This is not just another rumor. This is not just another hypothetical on a sports blog. This is a moment that slices deep into the heart of every Golden State Warriors fan. A fracture that makes us all ask, is this the end of an era? The news broke like a thunderclap. The Warriors should trade Draymond Green for Domantas Sabonis. A suggestion? No. A provocation that sent shockwaves through the NBA world. And just like that, a new chapter of doubt and possibility was born. Draymond Green, the soul of the Warriors, the enforcer, the man with 4 championship rings, a career average of 8.7 points, 7.0 rebounds, 5.6 assists per game, but whose value has never been fully captured by stats alone. Draymond isn't just a player. He's a culture, a heartbeat, a leader forged in fire alongside Steph and Clay. And now, they're talking about trading him. For Domantas Sabonis, a force of nature, All-NBA, the Sacramento Kings' rising titan, fresh off a season with 19.4 points, 13.7 rebounds, 8.2 assists per game. A player who redefined the Kings' identity, made them relevant again, and dragged Sacramento back into the playoffs after a decade in the dark. On paper, the move makes sense. But in the heart, it shatters. The tension runs deeper when you realize this. The Warriors and Kings have traded with each other only 3 times in history. In 1991, 2010, and now 2025. 3 times in over 3 decades. Rivals, neighbors divided by a mere 90 miles, but by worlds in basketball identity. And then, reality. Cold, hard, unyielding. The financial barriers are monumental. A straight swap? Impossible. Sabonis is owed $43 million. Draymond? Just $25 million under current salary cap rules. That trade is illegal unless something or someone more is added. Enter the young blood, Moses Moody, the promising wing, showing flashes of becoming an elite 2-way player with 8.1 points per game, reliable defense, and fearless shot selection. Brandon Podziemski, the rookie revelation, already a fan favorite, contributing a steady 9.2 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game off the bench. And yes, the future, a first-round pick. To make this work, they'd have to be thrown in, sacrificed. But even then, would the Kings say yes? Would they give up their all-star cornerstone, their leader, their hope for the future, for a veteran and a couple of promising young pieces? Unlikely. And yet the whispers don't stop. The scenarios keep flooding the forums, the podcasts, the fan group chats, so the focus shifts. What about the Celtics? Another rumor lights up the airwaves. Draymond for Derek White. White, the defensive maestro, the clutch shooter, the man who helped Boston to the NBA Finals, averaging 15.2 points, 5.2 assists, and 1.2 steals per game. His salary, $28 million. Finally, a trade that works on paper. A fit, a need, a solution. But here comes the dagger. The Celtics. They over the second apron, the unforgiving new salary cap level that punishes teams with severe restrictions. For Boston to take on Draymond's deal, they'd have to part with more than just White. Depth, flexibility, future moves, all compromised. And even if they were willing, why would they give up their starting guard in his prime, a pillar of their finals push, for an aging forward? The answer is simple. They wouldn't. But what if? What if the Warriors sweeten the pot? Add Brandon Podziemski, add a pick, make it irresistible. Again, no. The Celtics need guard depth more than anything. Losing White for Green, even with Podziemski, creates a hole they can't patch. The deal dies before it breathes. Another pivot. Chicago. Could the Warriors send Draymond to the Bulls for Kobe White? A rising guard coming off a breakout year with 17.8 points, 4.9 assists, 3.6 rebounds per game, youthful, energetic, with room to grow, a modern NBA weapon. But again, the cruel math. Kobe's salary? $12 million. Draymond's? More than double. The trade machine lights up in red. Failed. The only way? Add more. Nikola Vucevic, Chicago's big man. A reliable double-double machine with 18.0 points, 10.7 rebounds per game. His salary? Enough to balance the books. Draymond and Podziemski. For Kobe White and Vucevic? Now. It works. But at what cost? Would the Bulls give up Vucevic, their anchor in the paint, just to bring in Draymond? Would the Warriors take on Vucevic's slower pace, less switchable defense, and abandon the small ball revolution that made them legends? Unlikely. And so, the pattern emerges. Trade after trade, scenario after scenario, blocked not by desire but by reality. It's not about 2K ratings. It's not about who looks better on the court. It's about contracts, rules, complexity. Every move must pass the cold, unsentimental scrutiny of the salary cap, the invisible hand that shapes every NBA dynasty. And that's the truth no fan wants to face, that sometimes it doesn't matter how much you want it. It doesn't matter how much sense it makes in your heart. It only matters if the math works. The trade machine doesn't care about loyalty, banners, or memories. It doesn't care that Draymond was the man who kicked LeBron, who called Kevin Durant, who set screens that freed Steph to hit those impossible threes. It just calculates. And right now, every calculation says the same thing. These trades are almost impossible. So what does that leave Warriors fans with? Pain, doubt, but also clarity. Because this is what makes the NBA beautiful, tragic, and eternally captivating. The fact that behind every rumor is a human story. Draymond Green isn't just a name on a spreadsheet. He's a warrior in every sense. But time waits for no man. The league evolves. Contracts expire. Young players rise. And sometimes dynasties end. But maybe not yet. Maybe this is just a scare. A wake-up call. Maybe the Warriors don't trade Draymond. Maybe they run it back one more time. With Steph, Clay, Draymond, the holy trinity of the Bay. Maybe they prove everyone wrong, again. Or maybe this is the moment it all changes. The truth? No one knows. Not you, not me, not even the front offices. But here's what we do know. That every fan feeling that lump in their throat right now is not alone. We've all watched legends fall. We've all witnessed icons traded for draft picks, banners taken down, statues erected after the jersey was worn by another team. And so, if you're feeling anxious, angry, or even hopeful, that's okay. That means you care. That means you're part of this story. And if you want to really understand the game, not just the highlights, not just the memes, but the real chess behind the scenes, then try it yourself. Fire up the trade machine. Feel how hard it is to make a deal that works. See how complex, how cold, how calculated this world really is. And when you do, you'll realize why so many of these rumors, no matter how juicy, how dramatic, often fade into the ether. Because trades, they're not just about swapping jerseys. They're about navigating a labyrinth of rules, cap holds, exceptions, incentives, and most of all, risk. So what will happen? Will Draymond Green be a warrior forever? Will Domantas Sabonis wear blue and gold? Will a blockbuster shake the NBA to its core? Or will it all stay the same? One thing is certain, the game never sleeps. And neither should you. Stay locked in, stay sharp, and most of all, stay real. For more of these deep dives, subscribe to Warriors Digest because this story is just getting started. And here's the key takeaway from the channel. Delve into financial education to enhance your quality of life. Within the financial market, explore bonds and shares, particularly focusing on real estate investment trusts, which offer the potential for passive income. Engage with this responsibly and consider reputable investment brokerages worldwide.